Hello from ChinaShare.com. This is Mark Josie. Today I'm going to show you how to sharpen a sword. And now here is my kitchen. So today I'll do this in my kitchen, and I'm going to sharpen or touch up the Qing Dynasty broadsword. This is the Chinese broadsword. It looks like a katana, but it's not. Okay, it's really a Chinese broadsword, and it's sharpened but not really sharp. So now I want to touch it up, and let me show you how to do it with this sword sharpening kit. First, take this thing off, put it aside, and unpack the stuff. So this is the cleaning kit, which we don't need right now, so put it aside. Now let's take the stones out. Okay, stones like that. This is the coarse and medium stone. It's a wet stone. You can put it in the sink first, run some water. Fine. These stones are okay to pre-soak, so you can run some water over it. And next, we have the fine stone, which is here. There you go. Stuck. Okay. The fine stone, the white color. You can also put that here to soak a bit. Okay. Now here we got a spoon and a bucket. The bucket is used for putting water in there. So fill the bucket with water first and let it soak for a while so that it's not going to leak. Then also put the spoon here if you like. Okay, so now everything is emptied out and we don't need the cover on, so let's put it here like that. And also make sure that there's no wobbling or shaking going on. So you see, one side is kind of higher up, so put some cloth here to secure the leg. Good. Now it's better. Okay, so now we've got some support, and we got all the stones ready. So now let's take the sword out first. Okay. Take the sword out. Okay, and first thing we do is to wipe off the oil on the blade so that we are sharpening the blade without any oil on top. Okay, carefully done, of course. And next we put the coarse stone. Okay, the coarse side, you can feel it with your hand. It's on here, right here. Okay, so now this demonstration will be kind of a rundown because I won't have enough time to do the long process. But usually for each stone, you work it on the stone for about 100 strokes or a bit like that. So put some water on, like so. Wipe. Okay, good. Now we're sharpening the blade like so. Put it on an angle, like that. Feel where your edge is. Okay. So now you work it on a section by section like that. Use your body to help you move up and down. So, and for each section you work about 100 strokes, like here. So it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of patience. But here I'm doing it the fast way, so you can see I'm just running down the blade like so, and also the tip. Okay. And then do it one time over the blade. Very good. So you see there are some paste here. Okay, it's fine, you don't need to wash it off. It acts as a lubricant also, but it's also abrasive. Now, more water on the thing. Wipe and keep a cloth handy so you can wipe here. Okay. Now we're doing the other side. So the other side is the same theory. We put the blade down like so. Okay, make sure that it's on the edge angle, and then we move our way like this. Use the body to help you move. Don't use the hand. And also keep the blade in a constant angle and apply the consistent pressure as well. Okay, when you're using your body to move, it actually really helps to make the blade goes in a very consistent angle. Okay, now I'm doing about 5 strokes on each angle, and then we run down the blade. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just to touch it up. Okay. Now that we are done with one side, you have to take some water. Okay. You can wipe down the blade with some water. Okay. Here we don't have enough space, so let's take a piece of cloth, wet it, okay, and wipe down the paste. See the green paste? You wipe that down. Okay. Don't always focus on the how the edge feels. Right now you want to polish the sword so that it's getting polished until the edge reveals. Now we're on the medium stone. Okay, so let's take some water, water over the stone, and as usual we have the cloth here for catching the water. And use your hand to wipe a bit. Okay, now we are working the same manner. And as I said, I'm just doing it for example here. So I'm not going to work for 100 stroke on each side, but it's supposed to be 100 stroke like this. Okay, after 100 stroke is done, you move up another 15 inch or so, and you do 100 stroke as well. So that's 200 stroke. And then third section, okay, and other 100 stroke, that's 300 stroke, and then 400 stroke here, near the tip. And of course, the tip here is the most challenging spot to do. The angle is often steeper, so you need to pay attention to that. Okay, now we're done with one side, and you can see there's powder from grinding the steel. So you just put some water, okay, you don't need to wash it up, and use the hand to wipe, and then put some water over it again. Okay, good. Now we work on the other side, leaving the paste here is fine. Okay, on an angle again, okay, check the angle, and let's work it out. So we work our way up here, and make sure the angle is right, using the body to go up and down like that. Okay, the third section after 200 strokes on the first and second section. And then we're moving on near the tip. Okay, and at the tip here, the angle is different, so you need to monitor the angle with your hand and eyeballing technique. It takes a lot of experience to do this. Okay, so we're done with that. Now let's take the stone and wash it out. We can put the stone here, okay, for a bit, and we're going to take this damp cloth to wipe off the powder from the stones as well, just like that. Okay, now the blade is clean, and let's take the fine stone. Here's the fine stone. Okay. Fine stone only have one side. We can use any side you like. Put some water over it. Good. Now the same thing. Okay, we work our way down with the blade here. Okay. Here, first section, 100 strokes again. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, and a lot of experience as well, because you can be sharpening and all of a sudden you turn the angle and it's not going to do the job right. So it takes a lot of patience and time and training. So sword polishing and sword sharpening is a very challenging thing for most people. And if you're not those kind of people who can sit there for hours just to sharpen the edge, then I suggest you find a professional. So after we're done with 4 sections, you run the blade down like this, all the way, okay, for 2 times. And we're done with this side, now the other side. Okay, some water again, and we use the water to wipe, so now all the stuff is gone, and some water again as lubricant. Okay, now let's take the blade on the other side, and we're going to work it out this way. Okay, set the angle right, like so, and let's work it out. If you are just fine-tuning the blade, then you don't need to work from coarse to fine. But usually it's better to redo the whole edge and sharpen the whole blade if you're planning to do these things. So it's always better to do it like that. Use the body to rock front and back just to get a constant and consistent motion. Now we're working on the tip. Okay, monitor the tip angle with your hand eyeballing technique, like that. It's very hard to do. Okay, so now after everything, you run the blade down once, like so. 1, 2, and just a note here, you also need a lot of muscles to do this because the blade is heavy and you need to hold it for a long time. Okay, now we're done, so let's wipe off the powder again. Wipe off the stone powder. And you know what? In Japanese sword sharpening, the good sword sharpening guys, the masters, actually use the powder from stone sharpening and they collect all the water into a bucket. And then they will dry up the bucket under sunlight. And after that, they will collect those powder and use it as the sword cleaning compound. Okay. So now the last step, we have sandpaper. It's 2000 grit sandpaper. Okay, it's ultra fine, and we just need like a piece here. So cut a piece, and here we take the finest stone, okay, and wrap the stone up with the paper. Okay, now this is the challenging part because you need to make sure that the paper wrap around the stone and it will go underneath the stone as well, like that. Good. Okay, make sure you crease the edge like this, so make sure it's not rolling up, and wet it. It's wet sandpaper, okay? And 2000 grit is kind of finer than the last stone I used, I think. You can also buy finer and more expensive sandpaper for the job. So now you put this thing here, which locks the sandpaper down, and of course we need some water again. So some water. This is the almost the final stage. Okay, here. Let's do the same thing, everybody. Let's follow me along. So put the blade on an angle like this and run it down 100 times on the first section. Yeah, it's really a pain. Okay, and the second section 100 times, third section 100 times, and then the tip, of course, eyeballing technique. And then after that, we run the blade from guard to the tip all the way. Okay. So it's about 500 strokes on each side, just for one level of polishing. Next is the other side. Okay. And we polish here 100 strokes. Okay. And then the second section, 100 strokes again. Third section, 100 strokes. make sure you rock it back and forth with the body. And then the fourth section need a tip. And then here we do the tip with eyeballing technique. Again, like so. Okay. And then we're done and work the blade from top to bottom a few times. Oops, cut into it. See, that's the problem. If you're not careful, you actually cut into the paper. Okay, so after we're done, we wipe the blade down with damp cloth to clean it up. Okay, our last step here is to use some paper, or you can use you can even use newspaper, which is even better. So we use paper here. Okay, put the paper on top, normal piece of paper, and what it does is it provides you a even finer finer surface for polishing. So this is the last step we should do, and it's like stropping with the leather strop. Okay, and then the other side, newspaper tends to work better. So okay, you do a few times like that, and after we're done, okay, more. And the last step is of course to clean the blade. So here we go. Clean the blade with cloth, and the last step is to check for any rolled edges. So you use the hand, okay, remember the hand, to roll from here to here like this to feel, okay, if there's any weird rolled edges. Like you can feel some scratch. If there is, then you need to touch up more on that side. So right now the edge seems perfect to me. Okay, so we're done with the sharpening job. And of course you can take your time to do the normal cleaning and maintenance. Now, how to test the blade is to use the edge to push down the paper like this. I'm not slicing, I'm pushing it down. And then you examine the edge to see if it cuts smooth. Okay, I'm pushing, not, I'm pushing. Pushing the blade is different from slicing. Slicing, you can go like that. It's very easy to slice. But now I want to push the blade. Okay? Push. If your blade cannot cut while you push the paper, then it's not qualified to be a sword edge. Okay? So, see? You can push. Okay. So that's the way to sharpen the sword, and of course, if you can see all that dirty stuff, you can clean that off later on. Okay, so this is my demonstration of this sword sharpening. Hope you like it. Enjoy. Remember to subscribe and like, and hope you like my kitchen as well. Now I'm going to get a cup of coffee soon. Bye bye.